Everything's reversed. You showed up? Switch. What's up, everybody?
I don't see you. Oh,
I'm here.
there we go.
All right. How's it going, everybody? So super excited to show you guys the Alias belt system. Hopefully you guys had a chance to watch the trailer video that was running before this and get a really good idea of what the system's all about. In short, what we wanted to do with the Alias belt system is make the best EDC belt that we could make that is going to bring the most out of the Alias system. So it's first off going to be an awesome concealed carry belt. The receivers attached to the inside of the belt. There's no more belt brackets going around your belt. The receivers now attach with 4 screws. You can see that through the inside of the belt. It's a super lightweight belt. We use a Tegris frame on the inside. It's really strong, lightweight, forms to you, which is really nice. And it also gives a great platform to be able to attach the receivers to. We have an elastic bit on the front that gives about an inch of stretch, which is really nice. As you sit down, you kind of expand. As you stand up, you go back in. So this gives that a really nice look. Then we have a nice long adjustable part here with some Velcro so that you can really kind of dial in the perfect amount of tension that you want on the belt when you are wearing it. We have tan and we have black that are going to be out. In a little bit here, I'll send you a link so you can go to the website and look at it. First, I just wanted to go through everything and kind of demo things, answer questions before I give you a link. So I'm going to show you the inside here. The inside material is actually like a loop, like a soft loop material, which is kind of nice. You'll see here, you're going to notice this is Blue Alpha's logo. We did work with Blue Alpha, make some of the best belts on the market. They are the ones who helped us develop this and are producing these, so you can buy with confidence knowing that you're buying a good belt made by a good belt company. You'll see there's holes the whole way around where there's Tegris. You basically have, I think I counted on a size 34 belt. I think there's like 42 or 43 locations that you can put a receiver. So there's a lot of adjustability for where you want to put your receivers. That's the belt, just the belt. The next main thing that we have is our drop receiver. So this is our product here. This is aluminum, and you'll see there's a clip inside of there, the Alias clip, and then we have what we call a support plate. The support plate is one of the big things that we wanted to do for the Alias, for the OWB, that we didn't have on our more classic Alias system. A lot of you guys have been asking for OWB since the beginning, and we just weren't really ready to allow you guys to use it OWB because it didn't have the strength that we wanted it to. And now we have more than enough strength for this to be working. So let me show you guys. So I have this holster on a Safari QLS adapter here. So the nice thing is I can have my holster with a Safari fork on it. I can now take this. You can see my battle belts hanging up back here. I can take this and I can put it on that, move it back and forth. If I'm going to go full battle belt, going full tactical kit, I can still take this and put it on there. But if I want to use it with the Alias belt system, I can put it on there. You'll notice this Tegris hanger right here. We developed a Tegris hanger for the drop leg. This will work with QLS direct mount, as well as G-Code RTI, which I have right here. So the same thing works here for the RTI mount. Attaches using the drop leg with that. on this one, you notice I don't have the drop leg attached to the holster. You can't really do that with the RTI. So got that. And then obviously you can direct mount as well. I've got my staccato holster direct mount on this. Just if you're not going to be switching it back and forth, you might as well go direct mount because it's just a lot more slim, low profile, and it's just really nice. You see, I've got 3 different height locations that you can set this, and we also have cant adjustability on there. The cant adjustability will work with direct mount as well as the QLS. It does not work with the RTI, just so you guys know that. Okay. Then we've got the what we're calling the standard receiver. And the standard receiver is this little guy here. You can see it's got a lot of holes in here. This thing can be used a lot of different ways. So obviously I can mount it direct to my holster if I just want a low profile, higher ride height holster. And I can also attach this to QLS, and it will also attach to direct to like some Kydex mag holders and stuff that use a drawing a blank now. What's the like the tech lock? Is that what it is? Mm-hmm. The folding thing. Tech lock. Yeah, the tech lock whole pattern is also compatible on this. You can also use this on this is the G code mag holder. The Scorpion mag holders. It'll also directly attach to the threaded holes and G code Scorpion rifle and pistol mag holders. See here, it's on G code pistol Scorpion mag holder. And then finally, we've got the Molle attachment. I got it. Honestly, I have it on a lot of things. Got it attached on a lot of things. You can see here, this is our Molle attachment. So any accessories that you have that have a Molle back to them, well, I'm not going to say any. Most accessories that you have with a Molle back to them, you can attach the Molle attachment to. So here is a kind of a single. This is what I call a single row. And this is what I call a double row. I have set up videos for all this stuff. You guys don't have to like come back to this. I've got a ton of videos that will go live for you guys to check out for setup instruction. And the only thing right now, it won't last long. I'm going to have a fix for this too. The only thing it won't work with right now is like a double mag holder that has 2 rows of stitching. But that adaptability will be coming very soon. But basically anything with Molle, I'm going to show you a few more things that we've been using. Actually, I don't know if Blue Off has released this yet. I might be showing them something. Secret Squirrel. This is a tourniquet holder.
They've released it,
but it has the lasered Molle in it. Another thing that's handy here, I've got a dump pouch. I just put it on the webbing in the dump pouch. So let me show you guys. I'm gonna go from carry, and then after this, I'm gonna show you guys the modularity of the system. All right, so let me turn that. This is my my carry gun. I have a receiver right here. It's hard for you guys to see. Just trust me. So I got my carry here. Again, no more brackets for the receivers. They can slip through my belt loops really easily. I have that set up. So now, if I'm going to go outside the waistband, I can grab a mag caddy. So I have a receiver there. I've got my drop leg holster here. Lock up there. Let's say I want a tourniquet. I can lock in there. And let's say I want a dump pouch. I can lock a dump pouch in back here. See, I got my tack trap on here. So just like you do on your tactical belts with the tack trap, I can still use my tack trap EDC on this belt. And I've just gone in a couple seconds from IWB to OWB, and I essentially have a battle belt here. Again, it is not. I just want to be clear about our intentions with this. It is not meant to completely replace a two-piece battle belt. A two-piece battle belt absolutely has its place, and if you need a lot of weight bearing, if you're going to be wearing it, 15 hours a day, every day, all day, that is going to probably be your best bet. If you want something that is going to be in between, like for a lot of us, we don't need to wear a battle belt all day long. But I'm going to the range, and I don't want to have to take my belt off and put my battle belt on. I can now lock this stuff in. If I want to have things staged in multiple places, which I'm going to show you guys next, I can have all these things staged on like a gray man panel or in a Vertex backpack, that sort of thing. I can have all those things staged there. So it's a much more modular option of what you can essentially have a battle belt and concealed carry belt. Let me give you guys another close up here. You can see all these things locked in. And then to get them back out, I just reach on the underside and pull it back up. Maybe got any questions or anything yet?
Not yet.
Cool. If you guys have any questions, feel free to give them to Nate. Nate, if he can answer them, he'll answer them. If it's something you guys want me to show you, I can show you guys as well. So we have a little bit of a change to the hard mount. Our original hard mount was not able to work with the plate here. So we had to develop and change up the hard mount a little bit. And you can see here, this will now accept the new Alias receivers, the new Alias adapters is what we're calling these. So I can set these up. We are going to have, at launch, we're going to have the adapter kit for the hard mount to put on your Molle panel. It'll work on like gray man panels. It'll work on your your metal Molle panels that you can get for your trucks and that sort of thing. So this is such a nice thing to be able to stage all these different things. So I can have this in my truck, have all of this stuff staged on this panel. When I get to the range, take off and put on. It also works. You guys noticed that we changed the design of our hook and loop receiver a couple months ago. A lot of you guys are wondering why we would do that. Well, we wanted to go ahead and make sure that this was going to be adaptable to our OWB accessories and adapters. So you see this is just going to fit behind there. So we needed to be able to let that support plate get back behind. So I can now have this staged in here. I can have a mag caddy staged in here. And I can have a holster all staged in here. These aren't exactly the right heights for all these things. But you guys get the point. I can have things staged in my backpack. So if I get to the range or however, or I've had quite a few working professionals want to be able to use this for their job. They're going to be able to have things staged in a backpack, open it up, still be able to draw things out of this backpack, but they can also then take these things and lock it under the belt. Lastly, it does still work with the Molle. This has not changed. Still works with that. You're going to want a Molle that's loose enough to have space behind it so that you can get that support plate back behind the receiver. So you can see here, I got some handcuffs. I got another tourniquet holder here. So the modularity of the Alias system will continue with allowing you to have things staged in different places. Something that a lot of you guys are really going to love, that you guys didn't like about the carry hook and loop and holster. with your carry gun, you had to have the gun on the outside. So if I'm carrying this, I had to have the gun in this way. So it was on the front side. And a lot of backpacks and everything are made more for putting on the backside. Well, if I do that, my gun was backwards. And a lot of you guys didn't like that. So what this will allow you to do is use the back side with your OWB holster. Take your OWB holster now, use it on the inside of the backpack. Which one should I use? Here's my... So I can take my standard adapter and I can attach it in my backpacks now on the correct side. So for those of you guys who like that backpack carry, backpack draw, and you wanted it on the body side of you in the bag with your OWB holster, you can now do that. So a lot of you guys are going to love that. What do you think, Nate?
Talk a little bit more about how it works still with our original stuff.
Yep.
As well as our new stuff.
All right, so it's still... I got a bunch of holsters here to show you guys. All right. I'm going to go ahead and take my OWB off here. All right, so it's going to work. This is the G code holster. Still locks into that. And by the way, this absolutely works great for hip carries. It does Appendix. This is just how I carry, and frankly, it's a lot easier to demo things, Appendix. So this is, here's the bottom mount on a TXC. Locks in. I know a lot of you guys carry with a sidecar, Access, Aegis, that sort of thing. Still works with that. So let me show you guys something first, though. So I have this belt put on like this. So my adjustment, as a right-hander, I'm feeding my belt in right to left so that my adjustment is coming out here. And the reason I'm doing this is going to be more for Appendix carry. If you hit carry, this you can actually kind of rotate things forward a little bit more. But the adjustment strap, I'm going to put through here, loop through here, and you can go over this belt loop if you want. I like to just go ahead and go underneath it. And then I'm going to pull it tight. If you need to pull it tighter than that, usually what I'll do is I'll kind of rotate the belt around, pull it real tight, and then move it back so this goes underneath the belt loop here. Okay, but what I wanted to show you, the reason I wanted to show that to you is I wanted to show you where my receiver is here for my carry. This is my carry receiver here, so it's right here. On this side, all I really have is this webbing. And I can still use this. I'm going to put the gun side clip into the receiver, and this side I'm just going to hang over my pants and the belt a little bit. Hard to do when it's okay. So you see here, I've got it clicked in to the receiver here, and this side is over the jeans and over one layer of the belt, so I can still hide that clip. I know with a belt like this, you probably aren't really going to care so much about hiding clips, but you are. So this can still move a little bit, but when you have a mag in there and you have the weight pushing down, it's not going anywhere. And when you draw the mag, that's not going anywhere either. So I can still carry this way with a sidecar Access Aegis holster. I do see a good question there. Can the new OWB attachments work with existing Alias receivers or only the new belts? It is only going to work. The current. So the OWB attachments are only going to lock into this belt's receivers. And it's kind of twofold. I don't want this to work with the old receiver because those the steel brackets that go around the belt are not really designed. They're not really engineered to take the stresses of this kind of torque and that sort of thing, right? So again, it's one of the whole reasons why we've gone this direction with this system and creating a belt, creating something stronger, more robust. Is we want to make sure that things are not going to fail. So we don't want this to work with the old belt receiver. But the other problem is it can't reach this length here is not long enough to reach and work in it. So it can't work and it shouldn't work. So that's my answer to that.
Legacy products aren't going anywhere.
No, yeah, all the legacy products are legacy belt receivers are always going to exist. In fact, my hope is to continue to expand the belts that we can offer with that system. If you want to use a next belt, if you want to use I'm drawing blanks now. If you want to use some of the other concealed carry belts on the market, we actually want to bring more of those in. Even though a lot of our attention is really going to be for the next little while, it's going to be really driven towards the Alias belt system.
Blake is asking about the Molle adapters. Blake, I'm just going to try and answer you here if you can hear me. If you are talking about will the new Molle adapters for our outside the waistband work with the current our current belt receivers, that's what Greg just answered. No, they will not. They will only work with the belt system. If you're talking about our Molle receiver for a backpack, yes, 100%. The old clips will all work with that. Our support of the legacy products will all still work with the assorted attachments.
I do want to add to that though. I don't have an old hard mount in here.
You want me to go get one?
The old hard mount will work with the panel adapter kit. So I do want you guys to know that the old hard mount will work with our panel adapter kit. The belt and everything is available now. Actually, I'm going to give you guys the link here. Oh, that's not it. Stand by. And here it comes. So you guys can go. This is actually an all new Alias website. We completely redid from the ground up. The builder system that we had is completely redone. The main Alias page gives you a lot more information on the product line, answers a lot more questions. You'll actually see some FAQs that you can expand and see more about there. So we wanted to put a lot more information out for you guys there, as well as really help you guys through the purchasing process. You're going to see there's going to be kind of a step-by-step builder type of thing. And then there's also just going to be a la carte. If you just want to go in, hey, I need another Molle adapter, you can just go in, hit that page, add it to the cart, and that sort of thing. So please let us know what you guys think of the Alias page as you get in there and use it. Pin that.
And then you're going to send that out in an email as well, right?
Yes, I'm finishing up an email for you guys. As soon as I get off here, I'm going to finish that email. I will email you guys all a link to the website, a link to that trailer video that was playing beforehand, and I can even try to link. Like I said, I've got probably 6 or 8 setup videos on how to set up your belt, how to set up holsters and Molle and all that sort of thing.
There will be QR codes with every product as they come out when they get shipped to you that you can scan, and it will take you directly to the FAQ for that product.
Yep. So if you guys didn't hear that, just in case, all the package packages for each of these products have a QR code you can scan with your phone. It'll take you to the YouTube video.
David has a good question. Will the new adapter work on the magnet brackets?
It will not. That is something that we could potentially look at updating down the road, but the current magnet receiver does not work with the OWB stuff.
We have this FAQ is confusing. Can I use my belt? The Alias receiver with belt brackets is designed to work with webbing concealed carry 1.5-inch belts up to 0.2 inches thick.
Yep. Let me know what's confusing.
So if you want to talk through it, I would assume they're just talking about the sizing of the belt in relation to that belt receiver.
Yeah. So that is in relation to our legacy, our standard belt receiver with belt brackets. So if you have a core belt, next belt, or whatever belt, and you want to use that belt, then that is that's the size range that you need to make sure that your carry belt is. And when I say webbing concealed carry belt, the flip side of that is it's a leather belt. I was trying to be specific with like scuba webbing style carry belts. That's more confusing because it only works.
That's okay.
Yeah. So at the beginning of that FAQ says, "Can I use my belt?" What that means, what that question is you asking, "I don't have an Alias belt. Will this work with my belt?" Is what that question is supposed to be. I'll try to clarify that a little more. Of making sure that you understand that I'm not talking about the Alias belt. That is you asking, "Can I use the Alias system with whatever belt that you're wearing that day?" Is what that's talking about. So with your next belt, your Core, your Blue Alpha, you name it, like your other carry belts on the market, that is what that's for. We don't have any discount codes. Sorry, guys. We actually wiped out all our discount codes. So, Legacy Alias.
Yeah, I think in response, same person.
Yes,
so they're yeah.
Yes, Legacy Alias.
I can go get one.
I've got stuff everywhere. Yeah, so our Legacy belt receiver will work on your third-party belts.
You want to talk about sizing of the belt?
Yep. Thanks, Scott. All right, sizes on the belt. So we have everywhere from 32 to 40.
30 to 40.
Sorry, 30 to 40. And what you guys need to know about that is there is probably a good 3 inches of room above and below each of those sizes. So a 40, I think, will probably at least go up to a 43, maybe even a 44. And it'll go down to like a 36, 37. Like I said, there's room to expand.
Grab that belt and show it on that belt.
Yeah, here's a 34. And so I'm wearing a 34. And yeah, this is about what it looks like as I'm wearing it. So I got a couple more inches of room that I could tighten this belt up into probably about a 32. But then I can also loosen this up. This is like half Velcroed on here, and it can go out a couple more inches. Plus, you have an inch of stretch on the elastic. So, I'm assuming your name's Steven. I see where you're talking about, but just so you know, that Alias page is not just about Alias belt system. It is about the entire Alias system, not just the belt system. So you'll see that there's other information in the GIF or GIF, however you guys want to say it. There's information in there about the Legacy Alias. that page is not just Alias belt system. But I appreciate you guys' feedback. This is, like I said, this is a brand new website from the bottom up. We tried really hard to improve all that. So I'm interested in trying the system for EDC first, and then see about. You better see new belt setup videos. I hate ordering extra stuff. Then never. Yep, I get you guys. So also for you guys to know, when you order a belt, it comes with one receiver. So our expectation for a lot of you guys is, hey, I just want this for carry to begin with, and then I'll think about expanding beyond that later. So your belt's going to come with one receiver, unassembled, by the way. You guys, if you guys watch the video on how to set up your belt and assemble it, then you guys can put that receiver in wherever you want it. And then, yeah, come back later. If you want to come back later, add some receivers, add some adapters. One thing to note is you will save money buying extra receivers when you buy the belt. When you buy the belt, it saves, I think it's like $15 off of a receiver when you buy them bulk with the belt. If you come back later, that discount is not going to work later. It's only when you buy it with the belt.
Blake, can you clarify your question, bud?
For the Molle adapters, do we need to use a legacy receiver, or is there an OWB receiver I'm missing? So if you're talking, let me know if you're talking about the adapter kit for the hard mount receiver. That adapter kit will work with our legacy hard mount as well as the new hard mount. I think that might be what you're talking about.
That answered his question.
Did that answer? Okay.
LOL.
Okay, perfect. Something else for you guys to know. If you are already an Alias user, you already have legacy belt receiver with the belt brackets. You can take the belt brackets off of that and use that receiver on your belt. Just something for you guys to know. You guys don't have to go and buy all new receivers. That is a video I'm gonna do. I did not mention that in the setup video. But if you already are an Alias user, you already have belt receivers, you can buy the belt, and if you already have those receivers, just take those belt brackets off and attach them to the belt.
David said that is brilliant. Well done to you.
Yay! A couple more minutes here for a couple more questions. You guys will see, if you guys are just coming in, you guys will see a link that I pinned there that is going to take you to the new Alias page, where you guys can go and you can see the trailer video at the top there. You can see a lot of other information about the Alias belt system as well as our legacy Alias system. The legacy Alias is still very much a live and well thing. We're not going to be getting rid of that. We just wanted to be able to kind of kick things up another notch, go another level with coming out with our own belt that's really going to bring out the most out of that Alias receiver as we can. That receiver is so strong. We have yet to really figure out what weight that we can pull things apart. The weak part on the legacy belt receiver is those steel brackets. I'm going to be honest. Those are meant for concealed carry stresses and that sort of thing, and they were great for that. But for outside the waistband, it just wasn't up to snuff. So we wanted to come up with something much more robust, and that's what this whole system is about, is making things stronger, better for your concealed carry, as well as your outside the waistband. You can now have one belt for both.
Greg,
yeah,
you have a question about the fixed blade on the panel?
Yep.
Can you talk about how you have that set up?
So this is just a bottom mount on this sheath. It's just a bottom mount clip. Is all that is.
We've got, so Patriot Homecraft asked about the receiver. Is the same for OW and IWB. If you want to talk about how our receiver for the belt is set up. Then if you want to talk specifically about the panel setup, Greg, the Molle panel kit, let's talk about that next. So do receiver, Molle panel kit, and then
you want to grab me a legacy belt receiver?
Yep. If you give me like.
Yep.
Just a
And
second.
Nate's gonna run and grab a legacy belt receiver. The receiver itself is the same across the board. Every receiver, hard mount, beltless, everything uses the same receiver. It's how that we attach that receiver to different things is what changes. So on our belt, on the Alias belt, you're going to take that receiver and it bolts. This flips back to access the holes so you can attach the screws through on the top and bottom. So you have 4 screws bolting through Tegris into the tapped aluminum. And you can see here I've got a few of them attached here. I got one for my Appendix carry. I've got 2 set up here on this hip and 1 back here on this hip. And yeah, so that's how that's it. Yeah, so so again, the reason that those are labeled OWB is because they don't come with belt brackets. They actually are going to come with stuff specific for this. The one thing I haven't shown you here is, all right, so when you order an OWB receiver, again, there's no belt brackets. It's going to come with the screws that you're going to need. It's also going to come with 2 pads, about 1/4 inch thick pads. One side is Velcro hook. The other side is just like soft material. It's going to come with those. Some of you guys, I say some, like a very small percentage of you guys, are going to notice the receiver on the inside of the belt, especially much bonier, skinny guys might if it's on the hip bone, might notice it. So what we did is we came. Every receiver comes with 2 of these pads, and what you can do is you can put the pad on both sides of the receiver. And what this does is it takes away edges of aluminum and kind of evens out the surface. So it's just going to add a little bit more comfort. Those are going to come with the OWB receiver. You're also going to get a little white rubber band with each receiver. And you'll see in the setup instructional video for how to set up the belt, that little white rubber band is to help you in the assembly process. You're going to take that rubber band, you're going to put it over the belt in roughly the areas that you think you might want a receiver. You're going to put the belt on, and then you can kind of figure out where you want things. You can fine tune, you can move that rubber band around where you want it to be. Then you can take that belt off, and then that rubber band is also going to hold the receiver. You're going to put the receiver underneath that white rubber band. It's going to hold it onto the belt as you're doing the assembly process. Then when you're done, you can take the rubber band off and shoot it at your wife or kids. So those are the things that come with the OWB receiver that are important to note. So if you're gonna buy it for this, you're gonna want the OWB receiver, not the legacy belt receiver. I hope that clears that up more.
Have you talked about the panel yet?
The panel.
Talk about the hard mount setup on the panel. How the
kit works. All right, so I will. Yeah, those. I know I have them back in the light box.
What's happening?
The plate and everything.
I'll grab and play this. Give me a second.
By the way, here's a little white rubber band. This is what's going to come with each of the receivers. Okay, Nate's going to go grab the rest of the parts. I'll hit some of the parts. So the Molle panel adapter comes with 2 of these tapped plates. See, there's 3 holes in there. It comes with 2 of these. It comes with a thin aluminum plate and 2 screws. That comes with the adapter kit. So you can buy the hard mount, and then if you want to adapt it to a kit, you can buy that kit, and it comes with those things so that you can attach this hard mount to it. And you can see here I have things at different angles. You can attach this horizontally at 45-degree angles in 2 different ways. You can also attach it vertically. So the different holes in the plates are going to be what's going to help you with that. I have a setup video on all of this. I'll send you guys in the insider email. I'll send you a link to the setup video on all these things. I have a video that goes much more into depth with it. Here's that plate that I was talking about and the tapped holes. You essentially just put these through the panel and then match up the plate and then put your hard mount over top of that. Pretty simple. Oh, what do we got, Nate?
Well, I have no other questions, I think. Oh, wait. Cody Torres asks, will there be a kit to convert the V1 hard mount to the V2?
No. It's kind of two different setups, you need different hardware, and it's frankly, by the time we give you guys all the pieces to swap it out, it's probably gonna, it wouldn't be worth it. So,
and to be honest, you probably lose parts in the midst of it.
There's springs and it's not worth trying to adapt.
The V1 hard mount will go away once we are out of stock of the bottom of it, or of the one portion of it.
The bracket that comes with it. Once those are sold out, we'll probably just go ahead and phase that out because the V2 hard mount does everything the original one does and more. So, but it's still perfectly good for people that don't want the OWV.
We're getting compliments, which is lovely.
That's good. Blake, I think you're awesome.
Will it come in multicam black?
Ooh, good questions. All right.
Yeah.
So to begin with, we have black and coyote. We are going just as soon as the system starts rolling out and we see it catch on, that sort of thing, we're definitely going to come out with a bunch of different colors and camo patterns and that sort of thing. The beauty of the system is we use squadron on the outside of this, which comes in so many different colors and patterns. So 100%, I want to come out with other colors and patterns and stuff. So, but before we do that, we got to see these bad boys sell and start moving before we start adding other colors. So.
Lackluster spent $500 on this.
Thank you for if I could give you a hug, I would give you a hug.
Lido Beach says the website is smooth.
Good.
I did answer a question in here earlier, but if you didn't see it, our current sizing is size 30 through 40. If you are outside of those sizes, at some point we may be able to make those available, but that depends on demand. Those are outside of the vast majority of belts ordered. We worked with Blue Alpha on that, and they gave us their average sizes sold, and they said that they really don't sell much outside of those sizes. So if we see a large
let us know. Shoot
demand.
Libby an email, customer service info@neomad.com if you need a bigger size or something like that. If you need a smaller size, it must be a child. If your children need this system, fine.
Well, let us
know. And I don't think it'll be long before I think we might need to add maybe some 42 or 44s. I've already talked to a few people.
Let's say John Wiley just said we're going to force him to lose 4 pounds. Hey, man, I need to lose weight too.
This is the other side of this. Yeah, we're going to help you guys lose weight so you can fit in this belt, in the Alias belt system. Thank you guys so much. Nate has worked really hard. All my team has worked so hard over, especially this last year. We spent about a year getting things in production, getting things done. This is the most complex system that we've ever launched. The most parts that we've ever launched at one time. It was Nate's. I would say he's lost hair. He's probably got more gray than anything.
Just gotten grayer. I haven't lost any hair.
So one more time, I'll just show you guys. So I can drop. You can hear this click. That clicks in. Lock this on. Boom. Outside the waistband, ready to go. We also can keep using the standard mount. That's a tan holster somewhere.
What are you looking for, bud?
My standard mount holster. What did
you do with it?
I don't know. Literally. Oh, it's right here. So this is the standard mount. Just lock this in. So, I don't Is it going to be as strong as a thigh strapped holster? No, but none is. It's going to move. It's going to move a little bit. I have my belt kind of loose right now too. But if you just need something a little higher ride height, this is going to be your jam.
Colin Jones asks, can I use OWB holster with my Alias?
Yes.
If you get the belt system.
If you get the Alias belt system, if you get one of our receivers, this whole thing is meant to work with your OWB gear that you already have or that you already want. Right now at launch, we don't really have any other mag holders, that sort of thing. That is going to change. We're really going to start building up our offerings for outside the waistband mag holders. And I don't know that we'll get into holsters, but definitely mag holders and tourniquet holders, that sort of thing.
David Harris asks, how does it work with the beltless setup?
OWB is not going to work with the beltless setup, but your carry gun, your carry holster with your belt system, with your Alias belt system belt, is still going to work with your beltless receiver. So you can go to the Alias belt system for your belt carry and still use this holster with beltless.
David, to caveat on that, I think the beltless with the outside the waistband would end up being lackluster and sag a little bit more anyways.
I'll put this way. I would not want to clip an OWB accessory into my
He just said brain fart makes total sense. Steve-O Gonzalez asked, do you recommend buying the same sizes or pant size or going up like some belts say?
If I did anything, I would go... Let me think about this. I would want to size up a holster. And the reason I would do that is because that would give me more Tegris frame. So again, my Tegris frame ends right here and right here. So I have a gap here of, 4 inches where there's no Tegris frame. If this was a 36-inch belt, I would now have Tegris over to here. Now I'm not going to have as much adjustability. So that's going to be the thing that you might run into, is that you go with a bigger belt and you don't, and you run out of adjustability to really tighten up that belt. So otherwise it is basically meant to be order the size of the pants that you buy. Okay. Well, I think we've answered everything and more that I could think of.
Everything we've gotten so far.
That I want to show you guys. So I'm going to leave this video up. You guys will be able to access this. Go back through the chat, look for Nate's answers, scrub through, look for my answers on things. I'm going to get back to working on that email, and hopefully within the next half hour or so, I'll send the email out to you guys so you can get early access. This does not go on sale until 1 o'clock tomorrow for the public. So thank you guys so much for being insiders. Thank you so much for your support. You guys are our core that we look to just on so many things. So I can't thank you guys enough for being
This is a very important question. I'm not going to try and say his first name. Mr. Thompson asks, will this help him get a girlfriend?
I can't say it won't.
I mean,
I'll leave it at that.
It might. It won't hurt.
Unless
she's super liberal.
Well, here's the thing. It's going to help you weed out the anti-gun girls.
That's
which,
right.
Like I said, it can't not help.
They're icky.
All right, guys. Again, thank you so much. We love you. We are so excited to offer this to you guys. I can't wait to hear what you guys think and get your guys' feedback. If there's things that you are like, hey, I wanted to work with this, let us know. We really listen. I hope if nothing else, you guys haven't learned about us over the last couple of years, is we listen to you guys and we make changes and we adapt our systems to work as best we can to what our customers want. So, yep. Thank you guys. Bye. End stream.